into for the weekend games. What in Sema Graham Potter can? Yeah, Graham Potter has gone to the Telegraph. And now, I'm going to think about Chelsea. In a time at Chelsea, what went wrong, what didn't go wrong, AB and Kobet might be better and ask to me. Richie. So, okay, and someone I make a for Graham Potter.
Okay,
let it be a make a say, Graham Potter is a bad manager. But, new market to be, and Debbie American of Yasi say, oh, born a deviation. Taxes this annual money just about 15% most. Nyakano, you need temperament, you need communication, you need to be somebody our personality. I bet my stamping will fit on how good of a manager is. Now, we are Chelsea here. Let me just remind you what Graham Potter was as a manager. Chelsea first started Thomas Tuchel. The plan was to bring in a manager and give him a long-term contract. Into Bekaya, Chelsea Graham Potter 5 years contract to try and give him time to progress. Now, if you look at the win rate of Chelsea managers, Graham Potter, down when you talk about some of the top guys. It was not good at all. 27.8% in terms of win rate, and consistently, not Chelsea fans they were complaining. In 31 games, Chelsea shared 12 under Graham Potter. Only 11 defeats, 8 draws, and they conceded 33 goals. Now, Graham Potter and not the Telegraph say, I take responsibility for the results, but the easy solution is Chelsea aren't winning. So it must be the coach. He is the problem. That might not be 100% wrong, but it's not 100% right either. According to Graham Potter, short time, no, he was just a pawn on the chess table. Coach, coach, but you know what? In the same number of games, Enzo Maresca has come in. And Graham Potter now goes on to talk about Chelsea injuries, not in the brutal squad in the World Cup. No, or see, it was almost like a perfect storm. It was 14 matches in 6 weeks prior to the World Cup. It was like you were in the washing machine. That's what we said within the staff, because the games kept coming and we had no preparation time or anything. We lost Reese, Wesley to injury. I think we had the most players at the World Cup, and pretty quickly afterwards, we lost Raheem Sterling and Christian Pulisic. Talking about the injuries, Onya under him as a manager, and Uyin Okwa talks about the results, and then it comes back to this. In 5 matches, almost the 7th match in the English Premier League, Chelsea Enya more points than they had under Graham Potter within the same time. And the last time I make catch up, Enya saw 5-0 win no against Barrow. Yiti Mimi Susu say Enzo Maresca has had success in this short time and more success than Obitse Graham Potter. No? It's not because maybe Potter Enya tactically astute. For me, it is clear a temperament. Temperament. Debi ana make catch us the rich. Say offer Enzo Maresca jina. Now for Graham Potter jina. What do you think about Graham Potter? Oh, you're too nice of a person. And so immediately Enzo Maresca ever come to a press conference say he doesn't like Raheem Sterling. I told you that I like it. For a lot of the people who are non-Chelsea fans, or make us, maybe you're too harsh, players they can gang up against you. For me, it was the perfect temperament and Chelsea here.
Maybe almost almost and say president. Yeah, coach is on my side and bomb.
Anytime Minka wrong.
Okay.
Me thoughts I agree with Enzo Maresca because Chelsea needed somebody who will stamp his authority. Not Chelsea here, nice guy. Or about Masaji Obia Eagles. No. Chelsea needed to tell Noni Madueke say he had to say it in the post-match press conference. Say so training ya babo. One training ya mo. Or say Ofre Jean Felix, Ofre Pedro Neto, Ofre Jerry Sancho. And no catch on me and say you say team na mo bemu no mo ye superstars ball money mbo. But until you work hard, you won't play. It is like the same decision of Nkuku and now in after the game against Barrow. I didn't know Nkuku right any Nicolas Jackson infra and I saw Nkuku then how can The players have different skill sets. Me bon Kukure Jackson Boma when they defend their mommy. And for me, the honesty of Enzo Maresca is the clear-cut difference between the two. Now you go back to Chelsea manager be our succeeded in the last decade. Every Chelsea manager that has succeeded, maybe apart from Roberto Di Matteo, outlier, you will mention Antonio Conte. He had serious balls and personality. You would mention Jose Mourinho from the beginning of that decade, no, serious balls and personality. Thomas Tuchel, balls and personality consistently. Now in between them, there are a lot of nice people. Rafa Monia, the idea came to be nice. You talk about your friends, a Portuguese manager, Roberto Didier Drogba. All of them. If you try to massage egos, you don't succeed in a club like Chelsea. If you put here near coach Yefero, Graham Potter, Ekadia, for me it is the clear cut of temperament. Adiana Chelsea here. Yeah. Say Chelsea to me cause war this weekend. That's when you consistency now. The team will get to levels that they've not gotten before. It's a consistency. Because Shenedy almost the consistency. Be able to stay consistent, get results week in, week out. They be very fine.
Barca wisdom. I'll say Fifi, stop. This Potter sub the best performing players on the field and leave the Ingura.
In the last maybe 2 or 3 days, especially Nanajo, I sat down again to try and retrospect. Mission you may be as a bassa for a dance. And something really struck me. Se Obakaya under Xavi Hernandez as Barca manager. Xavi try a DB. Na obo Abrantia ye fen Rafinha. Our left corner here. Hansi Flick ebo Rafinha one. At the very early times of Xavi Hernandez, and it did not work out. From Enra, say only Spanish La Liga top attackers, goals and assists. Goals and assists for Abrante friend Robert Lewandowski, 7 goals and an assist. Abrante friend Lamine Yamal, goal contribution, goals and assists, no also 8. And Rafinha, I was 7 of them. Now, we are Barcelona. I'm sure you remember. But Hansi Flick Rafinha are still the left hand side. So Rafinha now is subject to transfer of Barca this summer. If you maybe not Barca person make sales no. One of the assets that they felt that they could sell, no Rafinha. Rafinha now can say he's not going to move on free on him. He is still playing on the left hand side at Barca. But Uche gave me closer a lot in terms of the details necessary. Saying you're using the movement, the positioning with and without the ball. How most of the times Sebon keep you waiting now or Beba inside to come and occupy the house space. Saying why Bon Ankasa more direct from Hansi Flick. Saying he will use his space to attack the space in behind opponents via pressure. Then he can get goals. No? Then also the box presence and ability to pounce on chances from Abrante Fed Rafinha has been the game changer in my opinion. Iti Barca Lamine Yamal, Bobo, and then of course Robert Lewandowski. Regaining the form, no. Me person me highlight and Abrante Fed Rafinha for the very very good growth awenya na if you go to the Barca team and throughout Europe, ball progression from centre back. Rafinha Barcelona Pau Kubasino is leading some of the best names that you know at CCB. And they be a CCB name. Usually now saying teams are building up from the back. What they do is that they spread one fullback, any 2 center backs. No. Center back Kojina Fiifi-Manfred. Najumani say on passing starting build up. No breaking lines. No. That's the central center back. At Barcelona, when you open up, it becomes Pau Kubasi, Inigo Martinez, Enobi Tebia, Jules Koundé. Say any of the DFC Babeshema, you get that back 3. But the ball playing ability of Kubasi and the ball progression has put him top of the age group of Baby Owo and how good he is. Here, Barca boys are playing. And you know, shall we Inigo Martinez is playing well. Pau Kubasi is playing well. Me, Makacho say I'm very much impressed about Casado. Banal be prayer, no. I know, but Barca for some man of contracts. Oh, hold on. Look at Obisa Pablo Torre. I didn't think that he played too well in almost 2 games, our boy. But when he comes in, he gets the job done. And Ocean Hansi Flaker, look at the management of Pedri. In the last 2 games, we're resting him for almost 80 minutes. First, pulls him out in the 50th minute. The next time, also pulling him out, saying a boy no be rested because Omo overloading for a very long time. He knows that Pedri is an important player for Barca. It's Oya Madrid knee, and then I'm sure so when you back to tell change say maybe in the next few weeks, maybe in the next few days, we are here corner. Maybe Barca maybe reduce in terms of how good they have been. Trust me, it is not going to be easy for you, cry. Just be careful and wait for it. Now you say this weekend, the Madrid derby is going to go on. It is going to go on without Kylian Mbappe as the marksman for Real Madrid. China Madrid for Neka, you know. And so what shall Atletico Madrid and no more game more money Vigo boy, you know. A classic Atletico Madrid bobo, especially the same corner Galagan. Now, possession from Vigo and Atletico de Madrid. Vigo for only 61% of ball possession. Atletico for and 39% ball possession. CD possession to the opponent and they're using the counter press and turnovers to hit the opponent. Now look at the expected goals in the first half. As at 53rd minute, Rich. Now Atletico Madrid ain't creating a single chance. No expected goal. Celta Vigo creating 0.5 expected goals. 0 shot. 4 shots more passes 365 as compared to Atleti 202 88% ball pass success rate and 79 Atletico versus Madrid. The tone has been set, but it's going to be without a branch friend Kylian Mbappe. A very very tough game for both sides. Madrid and himself Barca are playing well. So Ome team Germany Barco has a possibility of winning the Spanish La Liga. They need to be consistent because Barca this weekend will go on and get the wins. They will play well. It's how Madrid going to also beat Atletico de Madrid, who are very, very stubborn and then manage to get a job done. Our games though. It's change this weekend matches. No, we are just
Nottingham Forest, Liverpool, Newcastle, Manchester United, and see, all of the results are Chelsea from these teams last season compared to the results that they are possibly going to get from this season. The question is simple: how many points in Chelsea every these games are Mabobosi, Brighton, Manchester United, which are the tail end. There is the Nottingham Forest game. Both of them are home, mind you. So 2 teams unbeaten in the English Premier League as it stands now. All of them will be Walusu in the English Premier League, Brighton and the Nottingham Forest, and they've played a 1-1 with each other over the Amex Stadium, and that's an American Bank Stadium for Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton manager, your friend Fabian Hezeler, one of the best young managers as it stands now in the English Premier League. Quality stuff in everything that they are doing on the ball, without the ball. Truly a dangerous side. But question I'm maybe saying today, before we go on to any other thing, and they said how many points that Chelsea get from the next 5 games in the English Premier League. Mind you, there's going to be Brighton, there's going to be Nottingham Forest, there's going to be Liverpool, there's going to be Newcastle, and then Manchester United. Any Newcastle matches, no any Liverpool matches, no away games. Whilst Brighton and Nottingham Forest, no home game. In between them, there is Carabao Cup. In between them, there is also the UEFA Conference League at Chelsea Super in all of those ones. But still, how many points does it look like Chelsea every these games? So the weekend of football, and everything is going on. What people are talking, saying some good stuff. The pre-match analysis of Brighton versus Chelsea Football Club. Now over the weekend, and next week there's going to be conference league. Right after the conference, there's another league before the international break. So there's a lot of content for you. I see on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. Unsubscribe to the channel now. Make sure you subscribe and you turn on notification. I see on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Let us start the conversation. See, Axel Desasi say, in all the managers that he has played under, Obian won a tactics as clear as Enzo Maresca. Until maybe you don't understand, and maybe I am overstating, but this thing cannot be overstated. If you look at the quality of Enzo Maresca, where Chelsea were from. Baby and Chelsea now in terms of how good last season no how every time Enzo Maresca, Mauricio Pochettino was giving the fans a lot of excuses, and people are talking about the age and stuff like that for Chelsea Football Club. But now all of a sudden, it looks as if said Abrantia, your friend, Axel de Sassi, Enzo Maresca, and then he's giving a lot of credit to the things that they can do and what Enzo Maresca is on the training ground. And listen to what Axel de Sassi can say. The tactics are clear and we have had good results, so everything is going on well. The way we play shows the quality of all the players, because the idea is to put the player in the best position to perform and be good. So we have done this during the last few games, and I hope it will continue. Not Axel de Sassi, any Chelsea media team, and then it didn't come. Enzo Maresca I were in a pre-match press conference before the game against Brighton and Hove Albion. Wakan Sembe, they are speaking about a lot of things. And all of a sudden, it looks as if a lot of the pundits that wrote of Chelsea, normally say Chelsea and Nadia, Chelsea cannot do well, players almost 22 too much, and it's animal. All of a sudden, all of those pundits now beginning to change their stance on Chelsea Football Club. With Andy Jacobs and now, or see Madrid, he was brilliant against Barrow. I know it's Barrow, but there is a player in there. There definitely is, and his decision making was great. I think if you look at the game against Barrow, everybody will understand. Say Abrante Mihailo Mudryk was spot on in what he gave the team on and off the ball, what he can do. In fact, the attribute of Mihailo Mudryk is clear for everybody to see. Anybody that has a decent thought on what football is essentially and what players do in and out of possession, know definitely that Mihailo Mudryk was important and was solid for Chelsea Football Club in that game that he played against Barrow. Now the big question is, how is he going to stay consistent? The consistency in results, consistency from now to the end of the season. How is our brighter friend Mihailo Mudryk going to give Chelsea that consistent performance? Because it's important, and not just one game. You need more than one game of consistency. You need to make sure say the team is performing every time and then they are playing very well. Pedro Neto also did an interview to Chelsea, and I'll say everyone has their own characteristics. I would say I like to play 1 versus 1. I'm fast. I like to create the game, and I like to create for other guys. I will not change my way of playing. I want to enjoy the game even more. At the moment, I am not at my best level, but I'm getting there and I will arrive at the top. And if you listen to everything that the players in the Canal, it is clear that Enzo Maresca has made the players understand that nobody has a set way of playing. Nobody is untouchable at Chelsea. Everybody has their way that they are going to play. Everybody will play in a particular way. Somebody will play in that way. Somebody may play in that way. You don't necessarily have a set way you are going to play. It's not as if say, you are only going to be able to play in that one particular way. There are always going to be variations. You need you in this zone, and then maybe our channel we need you in a particular way. We need you in that way, maybe only in a particular way. And the players are all beginning to understand that everybody has a specific role. Everybody has a specific role. Nobody is going to play the game like that, or everybody is going to play anywhere. No, it's not going to be like that. Everybody has a specific role. And look at what the players are saying. Everybody seems to be aligned with how they want to play. The Sass, you'll see Brighton have changed a head coach, but I think they are still a very hard team to beat. That's true. We have already beaten teams like Manchester United, so we know it to be a very tough challenge for us. But the way that we have to perform these last games, we are confident going into this match. Talking about the confidence, I think that the games at Chelsea in the last few games has given the team a lot of confidence and is making them very, very confident going into games at Esomobor. Games at Chelsea need a lot of confidence, and they seem to be getting it from the wins of Munyano. That's why those wins of Munyano against West Ham United, against that draw against Crystal Palace, and all of those things are very, very important in there. If you look at how well that they have been, Chelsea have been, and of course Brighton and Hove Albion, and so in how they want to play and how everything has been, definitely you can agree. Say Chelsea are doing some right stuff.